The No Fate channel, checking in. And today I am going to be recreating pizza fries from KAYS cooking recipe. If this is your first time to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am dedicated to helping you dads and moms be great parents to your kids and still accomplish your own personal goals. I know so many of you are looking for new recipes, but as a parent, as a person that's busy and on the go, you need super simple recipes that aren't going to be overly complicated, especially where we're trying to get in and out of the grocery store as quick as we can nowadays. If you're not familiar with KAYS Cooking, she is a lovely woman who has a cooking YouTube channel that does very simple, often 2 to 4 ingredient recipes. And then she has her son try them out. She is absolutely adorable. She wears Megadeth t-shirts, she wears Iron Maiden t-shirts, and I just absolutely love her. If you're not familiar with my channel, I do a podcast on Wednesday nights with another YouTuber, The Gaining Ground, and oftentimes we set ourselves polls for our subscribers to vote on what challenges I'm going to take on. And the last challenge that I needed to take on was to recreate KAYS cooking pizza fries. I'd never seen the recipe before, so I was obviously intrigued. So I recreated it. It came out, well, you're going to see. KAYS' initial pizza fries recipe was actually poo-pooed by her son. He had the final verdict, and I was actually a bit miffed because he went kind of hard on the paint with her. I mean, she put a lot of time in, and in fact, specifically made it to him, leaving out cheese of all things. I mean, can you imagine a pizza with no cheese? I know they exist, but most of them are no good. So I actually took her recipe and I switched it up just slightly in order to actually make it a bit more tasty, and the fact that obviously if you're gonna have pizza fries, you gotta put cheese on them, right? So let's get into the recipe. Number one thing you need is fries, and for this situation, I actually went a little bit healthier and went with the sweet potato frozen fries. Overall, sweet potato French fries are not considered healthy, but compared to traditional potato fries, they're slightly healthier. And the whole idea of this recipe, as I go through it, is to give you some slightly healthier options so that the final result can overall just be a little bit better, and you can feel a bit better about eating these delicious fries than if you just went all in with the unhealthy options. So right off the bat, you're going to need frozen fries, ideally those sweet potato fries, because let's face it, sweet potato fries are absolutely delicious. So mine started off frozen, and yours probably will too if you're watching this video. And I would suggest what I do, I actually cover the plate in tin foil because as a parent, I need easy cleanup. Now, you don't have to cover the plate with tin foil, but I did just because it is so much easier to just rip that tin foil off and throw it in the trash. I'm a little bit lazy in that regard, but overall, if you can make cooking easier with respect to the cleanup, you're much more likely to actually cook something for yourself because none of us like to do dishes. So I put the French fries in for the 20 minutes that are allotted at 400 degrees. And the trick is at the halfway mark, you want to pull those fries out and flip them so that one side doesn't get burnt and the other side stays right where it should be, because you don't want one side burnt and the other side uncooked. Now, depending on how you like your French fries, depending on how you like your freedom fries, or depending on how you like your sweet potato fries, you can go a little bit longer or a little bit shorter. On the back half of baking those fries, when there's about 8 minutes left to go, you want to take those fries out of the oven and you want to put that pizza sauce on them. Now, I used canned pizza sauce because, let's just face it, it's convenient and of course it tastes delicious. But one of the issues you're gonna face is when you try to put that pizza sauce on, it's gonna wanna just glob onto one spot, and you really wanna work at trying to spread out that pizza sauce across as much of those fries as you can using the back of the spoon. If you've got some sort of like food brush, you might want to use that. And the idea is not necessarily more is better, even though more is better in this case, but you really want to get an even layer for a few reasons. If you put too big of a glob in one area, that flavor is going to stick to that one section, and it's going to make those French fries, those sweet potato fries, just too soggy. And we don't want soggy fries. You want to put a nice glistening layer across those French fries, put it back in the oven so that when it heats up, it's going to keep that crispness in the fry, and you're going to get an even taste of that pizza sauce. So now, when there is about 3 to 4 minutes left on the baking of those fries. This is where we're going to get into the good stuff. You're going to take those fries out again. It's a little bit more work than I would like for a recipe, but trust me, the end result is going to be worth it. You take those fries out again and you are going to put cheese. You're going to put mozzarella cheese on. Now, in terms of health, we all know mozzarella cheese isn't healthy. So you've got two options. You've got one, you could pick a different cheese or try to get a reduced fat mozzarella cheese, or two, and this is the one that I would probably go with if you're really trying to make these healthier, go with less cheese. The reality is oftentimes we start putting the cheese on and we just kind of layer that cheese on, which is what I did in the video that you're going to see right now. I put as much cheese as I probably thought I could handle, and that's going to be great. It's going to make things taste delicious. But if you're looking to be healthier, go with less cheese. You're probably not going to notice the difference. And again, the key is making sure that you don't have just splotches of cheese, that you kind of spread it out as evenly as possible. And the final ingredient that you're going to put while you have these out of the oven is pepperoni. Oh, awesome pepperoni that's really going to send home that pizza flavor to give you that full effect. Now, in her video, she cut up that pepperoni into really small slices and spread it around, and that's fine. In my video, to get a feel for which I preferred, I left half cut up into small slices and I left half whole-size pepperoni. And we're going to talk about the final results in a moment, but I will say leaving them whole was a whole heck of a lot easier than cutting up that pepperoni. And when you cut up the pepperoni, it does tend to stick together. Now, from a health perspective, of course, processed meats, not very healthy. I will say that there are healthy pepperoni out there. If you tend to get turkey pepperoni, which I've had in the past, you're really not going to notice the taste difference, especially with that pizza sauce and the cheese. In this instance, I was in a rush. I just grabbed the lowest price pepperoni that was on the shelf. And I can tell you right now, oftentimes the lowest price pepperoni is not the healthiest pepperoni. So put an ample amount of pepperoni. And again, if you're trying to make these healthier, don't go crazy with the pepperoni. Spread it out like you would see on a pizza, with a good amount of space in between the pepperoni. What I did, not what I would recommend, I just kind of layered all that pepperoni on because I didn't have a good judge of how much pepperoni I would actually need. Now you put it back into the oven and you let that cheese and that pepperoni melt and congeal and just saturate those delicious sweet potato fries. Now, when that timer goes off, you want to peek into that oven to see how it looks. If it looks like it could use a little bit more, then go ahead and leave it in just a little bit. Keep in mind, when you pull that out, it's still going to keep cooking just a little bit. So if that cheese is already melted or it's already really started to get a good melt on, pull it out, because if you leave it in too much, that cheese is going to overcook, overmelt, and you don't want that. Now, when you pull it out of the pan, if you're really lazy like I am, in today's video, I just ate it right out of the pan once the pan was cool enough to touch. But if you've got a family and you're cooking for the whole family, you really want to plate this out, which means get a couple extra plates and take your time to put it on those plates aesthetically. Really show your family that you care, even though this recipe is only 4 ingredients. So ultimately, how did it taste? Okay, I will tell you right now, you're not going to like it because it tasted delicious. I mean, I couldn't get enough of it. And in fairness, I probably did go overboard with the pepperoni and with the cheese in future iterations of this, and it tasted so good. I'm definitely going to be making future iterations. I'm certainly going to be mindful of how much cheese I use and how much pepperoni, backing away from the overzealous amount that I used in today's video. But the taste was there, and I used the right amount of sauce. Really, again, really want to spread that sauce out to get that flavor across all of those French fries. Could you eat this delicious creation with your fingers? The answer is yes, you can, but it's certainly going to be overly messy. I would highly recommend a fork. I actually created this KAYS cooking recipe as part of the poll that I do with my co-host on our Wednesday night live podcast, The Gaining Ground. He is another YouTuber, and we do polls every week so that the subscribers can vote on what challenge I need to take on. And in this challenge, I took on KAYS cooking pizza fries, and it came out delicious. And on the live video, I ate those pizza fries, and I will be ashamed to say I ate them far too quickly. And by quickly, I do mean there was some shoveling action involved. I'm ashamed to say, but it was so good. I was very surprised that the sweet potato French fries still held that crispness, even though I put that pizza sauce on pretty generously. But again, that trick is to really spread it out as evenly as you can. Overall, it definitely reminded me of just kind of biting into that flavorful, just well-balanced pizza. Super, super good. Something that is going to be quick and easy to make for yourself or for your family if you're looking to get those just simple, low ingredient recipes. This is definitely one. If you're not familiar with KAYS Cooking, she's a doll. I'm going to link KAYS Cooking YouTube channel and the specific pizza fries video in the description to this video. So if you're interested, check it out. Also, I want to know what other recipes you want to see me take on, because the chef is in. If you came this far in the video, do me a favor, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and if you happen to shop on Amazon, some of you do, use that Amazon affiliate link in the description below. How does it work? It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't save you anything, but it doesn't cost you anything. What it does is it takes a little bit of money out of Jeff Bezos's pocket and it sends it my way. It helps me keep the lights on, and it helps me send out my No Fate 24/7 stickers to my subscribers. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you be a great parent to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I provide ideas and insights to help you save time, money, and your sanity. 3 things that are in short supply for every parent out there.